Good morning from Spirit and Dexter and me, Shirley. I'm Shirley Corwin from Shirley's World, and I'm going to have finish my cup of coffee while I talk to you. Hi, thanks you all for joining. I'm just gonna, I usually eat breakfast and I come in here and have coffee, and I'm sorry, that's poor little Spirit's cough. Unfortunately, she has lung cancer and is under chemo treatment, but she's feeling good today. I usually come in here and sit and have breakfast and watch the news, but the news is so horribly upsetting recently that I had to turn it off and put some music on. So I'm going to walk into the computer room here. This is my living room, in case anybody's interested. I live in an 1850 house. Hi, or what? You're new, I've never seen you here before. I live in an 1850 house, and these are the original wide floorboards. This piece of furniture, I used to be an antique dealer. This piece of furniture is actually older than the house. Yeah, this secretary type cupboard. And it has brown transfer dishes in that were given to me when my aunt Ada died. These were all her brown transfer dishes. She collected them, so I'm happy to have those. But I love old houses, and I can come in here and sit down. This is where my dogs usually sleep. And I call this the library just because I have some books in here. But in there is a very messy office, but it's no longer an office. It's a craft room, and it's where I keep all my dishes that I do tablescaping with. I do tablescaping, which if you go on my blog, you'll see lots of tablescapes. My blog is shirleysworld.blogspot.com. So this fireplace is just a mantle. It's a mantle that my husband and I, oh hi, South Florida. We used to own a place on Anna Maria Island in Florida, off the coast of Sarasota, in the Gulf. But this mantle we got in North Carolina when we were antique hunting one time, and it's the original paint, blue paint. No, it's there aren't many seniors. I think I'm the oldest one scoping, at least, on here. I'm 73, so I've always been techie, so I sort of like this whole social media thing. You're 64? Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, I like scope. I was really scared at first, of course, like everybody, but now I'm pretty comfortable doing it. And this mantle, I made that insert that looks like a black hole in bricks. That I painted that. It's sort of like a trompe-l'oeil type thing. But I love this fireplace mantle. It was in my shop for a short while, and then I decided to bring it home. There's a lot of things. You have nothing. I have nothing to scope about either, believe me. If you listen to my scopes, which are all on catch.me, at hoofprints, that's my Twitter name, at hoofprints. my scopes are pretty much about whatever. I do scope about my chickens a lot and my animals. I have 2 horses and 2 barn cats, 2 rescued English pointers, and 4 chickens at the moment. I'm going to get new chicks in the spring. Maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 more. But anyway, I don't want you to see this mess too much here. This is my computer. I'll show you my blog here. This is my blog, and if you go on my blog, along the right hand side, it's called Labels, and you can see the many things that I've blogged about. I've been blogging since 2009, so I have a huge amount of blogging on here. So this is my address. I have the wrong lens on here to see this, but you can probably see it. It's shirleysworld.blogspot.com. But yeah, I have everything on there. I can't even tell you. Everything from recipes to animal care to decorating to that's when you retired, 2009? Yeah. What did you retire from? You've been here before, but I can't remember what you retired from. Oh, the post office. I see the people at the post office quite often because I sell a little bit on eBay, so I'm always running things up to the post office. Yeah. Well, I'm a retired nurse, retired RN. Yeah, let me turn around here. You know, have you listened to my nursing stories? I'm going to try to, oh, my hair is so long. I have a haircut appointment. Oh, your daughter's, I remember you were on. Yeah, your daughter's a nurse. I have a haircut appointment Friday. I let it sort of get out of hand. It's usually shorter than this. Yeah, I'm an RN too, or I was. Retired a long time ago. Yeah, that was a big part of my life back then. So I have lots of interesting stories. I think they're interesting anyway. So I'll continue with those. Maybe I'll try to do one tonight. I usually do them after 6 Eastern Standard Time. You've heard my stories. Yeah. Some are good, and some not so good. But I thought I'd just finish up my coffee. Because I wasn't on yesterday. I didn't feel so hot. You know, I'm at the point in my life where I have a few good days, and then I have some days I just don't feel good, and it all has to do with my belly, my GI tract. Yeah. I'm starting to follow. Yeah. I'm starting to follow Dr. Christine Kazmar on Scope. Have you watched her? She's all about digestion. Look in on her. She's very interesting, and she's a hoot. Very interesting, and she's a doctor of chiropractic, and but she specialized after that. She specialized in nutrition and digestion, so she knows everything about digestion in your gut. So her name is the digestiondoc.com or the digestiondoctor.com. You can find her. But she's on Scope. She scopes every day. Very interesting that you can heal your body with food or how you eat. So, I mean, I've tried other things. I mean, I've had surgery and everything else. Nothing, you know, has really fixed me altogether. So, I'm going to try this. I know I eat bad, so there you go. What are you doing today? I have to go. I have to do some housework here. My house needs swept. You're not doing anything. I'm just doing things around here, and then I'm going to, about once a week I get reflexology on my feet. I love it. And I really think it's helped certain things. So I get to have somebody do reflexology on my feet for 45 minutes. It's like heaven. If you've never tried it, try it. I get a massage every once in a while, a whole body massage every once in a while too, which I think it's good for my back. But the reflexology I just really love. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm trying to stay out of the stores because I've sort of run out of my budget money before the end of the month. I only have a little bit left. So I'm trying not to go in any stores. What are you doing for Thanksgiving? Yeah, I'm on a tight budget, so. Yeah, having horses does not help the budget. You're going to your in-laws. I'm going to my son's house, my son and daughter-in-law, and my 2 grandchildren. She has Thanksgiving dinner. So my daughter, Michelle, and I are going there for dinner, and it's always nice. And my little grandson, who's going to be 7, he will... we'll celebrate his birthday because it's real close to Thanksgiving every year. Of course, every year. But, yeah, so we have to take his gifts to him. You do? Yeah? That's a really cute age. His sister, Ava, is going to be 9. So they'll be 7 and 9 soon. Yeah. Cute age. They're very good kids. And I used to watch them when they were first born. I watched them when their mom went back to work. I watched them here at my house. She'd bring them at 8 in the morning and pick them up after 5. And that was a whole thing, boy, to get back into that baby thing. It was exhausting, actually, but I enjoyed it, and I'm sure glad I did it. I did it for at least 2 or 3 years. She's 8-month-old. So cute, so cute. Yeah, my grandkids are growing up so fast. My God. You babysit, yeah. I live about 35 minutes from mine, so I'm not over there all the time. I go over there. We plan to go over, and usually my daughter likes to go over with me too. My daughter lives in North Olmsted, and I live in Medina, so we're not real close. Well, it's only 20 minutes away. So my daughter is looking for another horse. She had an Arab that died 4 years ago already, and she was so attached to that horse. It's taken her this long to really decide she wanted another horse. So she's on the lookout. I have a quarter horse that's retired now, and I have a warm blood, which is part draft. He's only 10 years old, so that's the one I ride when I ride. I used to ride all the time. Now, after I hurt my back, and I don't even know how I did it, but I do have some slip discs and, you know, all that stuff you get when you get old. I don't ride often. I ride every once in a while. Yeah. Getting old is tough. Yeah. I was really good till I was 70, and then I don't know what happened. I just sort of fell apart. It was all due to my digestion, my digestive tract, you know. So, but I guess I'm young at heart. I don't think I'm always surprised when I look in the mirror. And being scoping has made me look at myself much more. That's why I didn't like it at first. When the first few times I went on, I was devastated that you know, but now, oh well, you know. Yeah, I don't look in the mirror too often, but like I said, scoping, yeah, on scope you have to sort of see yourself, but you could be a scoper that never shows themselves. There's a lot of scopers that never show themselves, you know. I don't know why I do. I could just scope, you know, showing people, I don't know what I'd scope about. I never know what I'm scoping about when I start. You're supposed to plan your scopes. Sometimes I do, like the nursing stories, and if I have information about chickens or whatever, I do, or cooking. Sometimes I'll cook or bake and do a scope about it, and then that's planned. Widowhood. I'm a widow too. Yeah. Yes, please do. Yeah, my husband died 11 years ago in this January. It'll be 11 years. Yeah, he got leukemia, and it was he only lived, they gave him 5 years, and he only lived 3 of them. And that's with having the Cleveland Clinic right here, and a lot of chemo and radiation. It was terrible. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was really something to get, oh, really? Yeah, that's a tough road. Mine was, my husband was a cop, a policeman. He was 6'2". Yeah, mine was in his early 60s too. Mine was, he was 6'2", and a big strapping guy, and at the end he was like 120 pounds. It was not good. Yeah. But being a nurse helped, I think. You know, when you're a nurse, you are capable, at least some people, I was, especially working in the emergency room, I was capable of sort of stepping outside of myself when I would take care of him, because he had hospice for a while here at the house, but he was in the hospital an awful lot of the time. And it was useful to be able to step out of my emotions, out of myself, and do that part of it. But yes, it's very hard. It's hard because you don't realize all the things. Oh, your daughter did, yeah. You don't realize all the things you did together and that you don't do anymore, and yes, it's hard. You should scope about that and let me know when you're going to do it. You know what I miss? I miss just going out. We used to go out to eat at least once a week, and just sit, with each other. And it was the one time we could sit across the table and talk. Yes. Like I said, we had a place in Florida that had been his parents' house. We used to go down there all the time. It was on Anna Maria Island, off the Gulf, and it was a wonderful place. I have great memories of that place with him. So, not that we got along all the time. It was like any marriage, but yeah, I do miss him now. I think sometimes I think I miss him more as time goes on than I did at the very, very, very beginning. At the very beginning, there was so much to think about and so much to take care of and get organized and all that, I kept really busy. And I was able to keep busy because my health was good. You were married 36 years, yeah. He was my second marriage. We got married in the 80s, so, yeah. My first husband was my children's father. We were only married 12 years. Yeah, he had all kinds of psych problems. But, yeah, he was dangerous, so. Yeah, I hope you do scope about widowhood. I haven't thought about that in a while. It's good to think back on things if you don't get depressed. Like I've said, I think I've said in my other scopes that I do see a psychologist about once 3 or 4 weeks. I think that's good. It gives you a chance to talk out things that you don't want to talk about to other people or other family members. And, if I talk to my daughter about things I'm depressed about or whatever, she just, I don't know, she doesn't understand yet anything about aging. She's in her 40s and, she just has a budding career in photography. She doesn't want to hear I think she doesn't want to hear about me getting old. I think that's it. I think she's worried, she's scared of me getting old. Well, I am old, but, older. Or leaving this earth. I think she's scared of that, and maybe that's the problem. Anyway, I think you can't talk to your kids either. Yeah, I have tried, believe me, I have tried to get my kids to come out here so I can show them where things are, and yeah, it's a very touchy subject. Where things are, what's in my files, where my will is, where, everything, and they don't want to do that. Well, they're going to be really upset when they can't find anything, I'll tell you. Yeah. It's very hard to get them to talk about anything. But, yeah. Well, I'm glad I got to talk to you. I'm so glad you're on here. I wish more seniors would be on here. Yeah, I wish more seniors would try this. But there's a lot that don't even use computers at my age. I've had a computer since Macintoshes both first came out. The very first Macintosh, which was very small, and I've had one ever since then. And every time they upgraded, I upgraded. Yeah. About seniors being on here, or... Yeah, I mentioned it a couple times, but if the seniors aren't on here, they don't hear the scope. Yeah. So, yeah, but I'm certainly glad that you are doing this. And women over 60, yeah. I even did back, I even did a makeup video back maybe a month or two ago about making up this type of skin that's all crepey and wrinkly. It's much different than the makeup videos that's on with people that look, they may be over 50, but they look like they're 30, That's an entirely different story. So I did do a makeup video. I thought I was very brave doing that. But you can probably find it it's on catch.me. But yeah, it's fun. But I have to go vacuum because my dogs put out a lot of dog hair, You had a Commodore. I had an Atari. That was my very first computer. Before Macs ever came out, I had an Atari. And when they first had the online internet, I had CompuServe as, I guess it's the browser. Yeah. Yeah, I spent a tremendous amount of money on being on the internet till, I started, they changed that then but it was fascinating. Yeah, no cable TV, right? Sometimes I think that's not such a blessing. I can't find anything. There's only very few programs I watch, and they seem to be on regular television or on the public broadcasting TV. So, I've thought many times about giving up cable. It would save some money. Yeah, I love my cell phone, though, I have to say. I'm so attached to my cell phone. I'm just, I get all anxious when I can't when it's not in my pocket. That's horrible. Yeah, when it's, even in the house, when I know it's here, yeah, I know it's, I'm trying to get some decent light on my face. I know it's in the house. I mean, I haven't left, but I just can't find it. But I still have a house phone, so I can always call my cell phone number and it'll ring, someplace. And I've done that quite a few times. So, but I'm also thinking of giving up my landline telephone. Little ways to save money. Yeah, I use my cell a lot instead of my Big Mac. I come in here and use my Big Mac when I have a lot of typing to do, like if I blog or whatever. It's just, of course, easier, but answering emails and little things like that I do on my phone usually. I have an iPad too, but it's one of the first ones. It's an iPad 2, but it doesn't pick up the Wi-Fi very good. Only when you're really close to the Wi-Fi, which is like in here, in this room, but out where I sit all the time where the TV is and my family room, it just won't pick it up for some reason. I have a booster on the Wi-Fi that's plugged in out there. I don't know why. My phone works. I don't know why it doesn't. Maybe I just need a new iPad. Another excuse to go to the Apple store. So, yes, I do love my Apple TV. Yeah, Netflix. See, if you have Netflix, and why would I, I'm thinking, why do I really need cable? There's not that much that I watch. I'm thinking about it. So, I have to do something to save money because I think I'm still spending more than that's coming in. So, that's never a good thing. Yeah. But today's news, when I sat down to watch the news, which I started to watch my regular local channel, and then I switched to CNN because things had happened about the Russians shot down or the Turks shot down a Russian plane, so I had to see about that. But it's just so depressing. I turned it off. I turned it all off and put on some music, like I said. You know, sometimes I think it's better if you just don't watch the news. Yeah. So I'm going to close now and go do a little bit of work here. And before I don't have to go to the reflexology till 3, so I have lots of time. All right, bye, and I hope I see you on here again and scope about that. Yeah, bye-bye.